The night was thick with silence, broken only by the hum of a lone streetlight outside my window. I hadn't slept in 3 days. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her face pale, broken, staring at me through the cracks of my memory. People say the truth sets you free. I used to believe that. But sometimes the truth is a cage, and once you step inside, there's no way out. It started 6 months ago, on a rainy Thursday evening. I was leaving the office late, the kind of night when the world feels too heavy to carry, when I saw her standing on the corner. She was drenched, mascara smeared, holding a bag close to her chest like it contained her entire life. I should have kept walking. I should have ignored the pull in her eyes. But something in me, pity, curiosity, maybe even guilt, made me stop. "Do you need a ride?" I asked. She hesitated, then nodded. Her voice was trembling when she spoke. "Please. Just for a few blocks." Those few blocks turned into a conversation. That conversation turned into meetings. And before I knew it, my world was tangled with hers. Her name was Elena. She said she was running from someone. I didn't press at first. People have ghosts. And I wasn't ready to fight. Someone else's. But then she started leaving notes at my place. Scribbled words, warnings, pleas, truths too heavy for paper. One night, she told me everything. Her husband wasn't who he seemed. To the world, he was a successful businessman, a philanthropist, a man of influence. But behind closed doors, he was something else: violent, manipulative, and dangerous. She had proof, documents, recordings, evidence that could burn his empire to ashes. And suddenly, I wasn't just a friend giving her rides. I was a keeper of secrets, a reluctant witness, a man standing on a fault line, waiting for the quake. I told myself I'd help her. I told myself it was the right thing to do. But the truth doesn't ask if you're ready. It drags you in, kicking and screaming. One night, we met at an old diner outside of town. She slid a folder across the table, her hands shaking. "This is everything," she whispered. "If something happens to me, you take this to the police." I didn't want to open it, but I did. And in that moment, I knew my life was no longer mine. Inside were names, dates, bank transfers, pictures of men I recognized from the news, politicians and judges. And then there was one name that shattered me: my boss. That's when I realized I wasn't helping her escape a monster. I was standing in the middle of a web, and the spider already knew my name. The following days were a blur. Strange cars parked near my building. Anonymous calls at night. A shadow that followed me to work. Elena was spiraling, paranoid, scared, desperate. She called me at 3 a.m., whispering about someone at her window. Then, one night, she vanished. Her apartment was empty, her phone disconnected, like she had been erased. But the folder was still in my possession, heavy as chains in my drawer. I couldn't breathe, couldn't think. Every sound felt like a footstep. Every stranger's glance felt like a threat. The truth I carried wasn't protection, it was a target painted across my back. I thought about burning it, pretending none of it had ever happened. But every time I tried, I saw Eleanor's eyes the way she begged me to keep it safe. So I held on, until the night they came for me. It was subtle at first. A knock on the door at midnight. Silence when I opened it. Then, the next day, an envelope slipped under my door inside. A single picture of me, sitting at the diner with Elena. No words, just proof that they were watching. I didn't sleep after that. My apartment became a prison. Curtains shut, lights off, phone on silent. The walls felt closer every hour. Then came the final blow. I turned on the TV one evening, and there it was, breaking news. Eleanor's body had been found in the river. No signs of foul play, they claimed. An accident. But I knew better. And now I was alone with the truth. A truth that no one wanted revealed. A truth that made me next. I tried to run. I packed a bag, booked a bus ticket out of town. But as I stepped onto the street, a black car pulled up. Windows tinted. Engine idling. The driver didn't get out. Didn't need to. The message was clear. I wasn't going anywhere. And so here I am, trapped in this room, speaking into the dark, telling a story no one will believe. Because the truth doesn't set you free. It buries you alive. And if you're hearing this, maybe you already know too much. What would you do if you held a truth so dangerous? It could destroy everything, but speaking it would destroy you. Would you stay silent, or would you risk it all? Tell me in the comments below. And don't forget, sometimes the truth doesn't save you. It traps you